Hello, my crunchies. How are you today? Did you guys miss me? I know it's been a while. I've been busy adulting in the real world. I'm trying to balance work life and YouTube life. So yeah, and I am back with another video. This time I'm doing another manga review. I haven't done this in a long time, and honestly I miss doing these. This is the reason why I started doing YouTube, because I want to do manga reviews and of course doing a variety of content. So yeah, I'm going to be reviewing this manga called The Coffee Shop Owner Knows Nothing About Love by Amaki. I hope I'm saying their name right. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry, I apologize. This is the format that I use to make my manga reviews. I'm not going to focus too much on the writing because I'm not really that picky about it, unless the translation kind of sucks, so which in this book is pretty good. I don't complain about it, so the writing I'm just gonna gloss over it maybe. So yes, let me review the manga. The manga I'm going to review is called The Coffee Shop Owner Knows Nothing About Love, and is by Amaki. It has 5 chapters, it's completed, and don't quote me on this, I have to look this up, but the publisher it has is Renta. You can pick it up from there if you want. Not sponsored, by the way. The genre is romance, a little bit of smut, or maybe, well, a lot of it, and it's yaoi, of course, and it's been released in 2021. So let me digest the cover art. Oh, by the way, the author has done other titles as well. I'm definitely going to review them in the future. Now let me dissect the art. It is so simplistic, but I really like the background color of it. There it is. When I first saw it, I actually love the coffee colored background. It's a nice shade of brown. It makes me want to crave coffee. And honestly, I don't know why. I've been going on TikTok a lot more lately, and I'm also trying to post more content on there, so follow me, shameless plug. I really love looking at and watching coffee shop aesthetic on TikTok. I've been so obsessed with them. I don't know why. I really do love the interior design in coffee shops from different, countries. I love how the baristas do their job. I love the sounds they make when they make the coffee using the machines. I love the color of the coffee they make. I love that shade of brown, light brown or caramel brown or hazelnut brown. I love the color of it. I just love the little pastries, little selection. I have a weird thing of coffee shop aesthetic going on right now. I blame TikTok. They look so fun and cool. Well, I did went to Starbucks when I first read the book because I want to feel the atmosphere when I'm reading this. So I'm gonna probably post a photo up here. I was at Starbucks chilling, eating my Wendy's, and I was kind of scared if I'm allowed to bring other brands to eat in their place. Because in the city, I know that some Starbucks you're not allowed to, well, you're not allowed to sit in their, of course, their place if you don't buy their stuff, because you basically taking up space for other people who needs, that spot, whether they're working or studying, which I understand. But some places in the city, some Starbucks allowed you to chill there and do whatever you want. So my Starbucks is fine. It's local. They don't give a fuck. They're just too busy working, making orders for other people. So yeah, I feel I'm so professional eating my Wendy's, taking that fryer, reading some yaoi, but at the same time, do not read yaoi in public. It's kind of cringy and embarrassing. I was sitting by the window and I keep hearing people coming in and out of the door. And I'm yeah, I don't want to read yaoi in public. I do not highly recommend. Don't do it, guys. It's a little embarrassing because when a nigga peek over, they be what the fuck is this shit? Is she reading porn? I'm it's not. It is kind of porn, but it's erotic art. It's beautiful. It's sexy. You don't seeing 2 men making out, fucking on top of each other. It's so hot. Mind your business, okay? So I was yeah, let me not read this book in public. Like I said, I love the brown color the author used. It really does make you crave of getting, coffee at a local coffee shop, wherever you are. Just do it. And then we got, the main star of the book. We got the seimei on the right and the uke on the left. And the uke, when I see him, I'm okay, he's definitely a foreigner, pale, white-ass skin, blue eyes, blonde hair. To me, I see him as either German or most likely American. And obviously he's a coffee shop owner because he has the apron and he's holding the kettle, the coffee kettle, and he's pushing away the seimei, which is the guy on the right. He's tan, he has beautiful reddish eyes and brown hair. He definitely reminds me of Zhongli, which everybody knows from Genshin Impact. Everybody's obsessed with Zhongli, even me. I haven't played the game yet, but I can't wait to like stream it on my Twitch. Another streamer's plug, because I have Twitch, but I don't know what to, well, I know what to do with it, but I need to like actually do Twitch. But yeah, so the guy on the right, he has a fancy business suit. He's probably coming from work. He's holding a coffee, which looks like it's about to spill because the uke is pushing him away because he looks embarrassed. He looks very like neat, suave, sexy, ooh la la, oh my god. I like how he has a mysterious smirk on his face, like he knows what he's gonna do to the uke, and the uke is like, no, you know, being shy, being distant, and pushing him away. He's like, no, don't look. He said, don't look, Rita, we're not gonna do anything indecent. And like the sim is like, I'm gonna fuck this nigga up. Read our book so you can find out how I'm gonna do it. Oh my god, he's so devious. Oh my goodness, he is so sexy. Sorry, if I'm looking down, my notes is in my phone, so it's right on my desk. So what I noticed from the title, you see how like some texts are like colored in black or highlighted in black, like the word the, and then knows nothing about. So to me, I feel like the author is hinting at the reader, saying that, okay, this will be a story about the coffee shop owner journey throughout his life, not experiencing love, not understanding it, but also exploring what love means to him. So that's what I thought. And I like that. I'm like, okay, we're gonna see how, so as the reader, I see it as a, okay, I'm gonna learn about the journey of the owner life, not experiencing love, and also like learning how to love, I guess, yourself or another person, which is the seimei that comes along in his life. At first he'd be like all scared and bashful like he is in the cover, but like deep down he obviously loved the seimei, and like, you know, he's gonna have to learn to open up himself towards another person that, you know, he just met. And yeah, in the subtext it says it could never get serious. So to him, he's like, okay, I might fuck him as a one-night stand, which they did, by the way, in the story. Like, but I don't want to get too deep into it. I don't want to get too serious of this relationship because this is not real. I'm gonna like focus on myself. Da da da. That's how I see it. I like how the setting in the story, like it says that the coffee shop has like an ocean view, so I guess it's close to the beach, which it is. Which I like that. I never went to a coffee shop like near the beach before. That sounds fun. The coffee shop owner name is Natsuki, and the business guy name is Atsuku. We see them bickering with each other like a couple, basically. Even there's like a customer in the coffee shop. He's like, oh, you guys are at it again. And then Natsuki was like, oh, I'm sorry, are we being too loud? He's like, oh no, it's fine. It's very entertaining watching you guys, you know, like do this, like talk to each other like that. Atsuki was like, yeah, you see, like he thinks we're entertaining. And Natsuki was like, oh, stop, like you're being annoying, let me do my job, okay? If I hit you, I know you're gonna call the cops on me, but I need this job, okay? The reason why Natsuki doesn't like Atsuku is because he heard a rumor. Well, before that, he took over his dad's coffee shop because his dad is retired, and he heard a rumor spreading around his area that like there's going to be a redevelopment plan for the shopping district, where that's where his shop is at, and not just him, other businesses are located in the shopping area. He's thinking that, okay, this guy is here coming to his shop, which by the way, like Atsuku would be going to his shop every single day because he liked his style of coffee. Nobody else. He only goes to that specific shop, and there's a reason why he loves their coffee. He's worried that like, oh, since Atsuku, which he's in charge of the redevelopment plan for the shopping area, he gets very hostile and distant towards him. He doesn't trust him because he knows that like he's probably like scoping inside the enemy territory trying to find information, which is why Atsuku always shows up, because he's always bothering him. To him, he always bothers him and teases him because he's looking for information out of him to use to proceed with his plan at his real estate company that he works at. After Atsuku leaves to go back to work, because he always goes to Natsuki's coffee shop during lunchtime, Atsuku's boss always like pressuring him and asking questions like, oh, I've seen you like going to this coffee shop more often. I hope the negotiation is going well, like, or you find somebody who can support the eviction plan. And then Asuku lies to him saying that, yeah, you know, I haven't found anybody yet. I'm only there for lunch. And his boss is kind of being annoying, like, okay, you gotta take this seriously. We need to do this shit right away. You can't be going there fooling around. We got a job to do, because he, you know, again, he's in charge of the development plan. His boss has been on his ass for a while because he wants to make sure that Asuku's doing his job right. Then it became nighttime, and then we see Asuku going to this particular place, which turns out to be a gay club. I like how it shows Natsuki being very inexperienced about love, because like he was so nervous standing by the door. He was trying to open it. He was trying to give himself a pep talk, be like, okay, it's gonna be fine. Like just go in and get out, you know? While he was mentally preparing himself, this guy opened the door and he's like, oh, what are you doing there? And Natsuki lied saying, oh, I'm sorry, I guess I have the wrong address. And the guy was like, oh, you know, now that you're here, why don't you come inside? Trying to force him to like go inside the club, and he doesn't feel comfortable being forced that way. And he was like, oh, no, it's okay, I don't want to go. He's like, no, it's fine, like just go in. You're gonna find a lot of good looking guys wanting to eat you up, basically. And like Asuku did the animes, like, I'm gonna save this boy's ass because he's mine. He's like, oh, hi, like Natsuki, like, thanks for waiting for me. And then the guy at the club was like, oh, you with somebody? Oh, too bad. And then he left. And Natsuki was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And like Atsuki was like, oh, I just saw you like at this club. You know what this club is, right? And he's like, I know what it is, bitch. That's why I'm here. I like how this shows like Natsuki learning about his sexuality, because in the story, he talks about how like he dated girls in the past. And like one time, like in high school, his girlfriend at the time sat down with him and she felt like he doesn't like her and pointed out that like they don't hold hands. And she thinks that, oh, Natsuki, what's wrong with me? Like, you don't like me? Like, you haven't held my hand one time. And she was the one that initiated the breakup. During that time, he was like mentally to himself saying that he doesn't feel like physically touching her, whether it's sexually or just holding hands. He just doesn't feel that way. To him, he feels happy the way everything is, you know, hanging out with his friends and family. Like, he enjoy, I guess, being alone, but he also craves love, and he wants to know how it feels to fall in love. Like, they say like love, you feel your heart pounding a lot, there's butterflies in your stomach, you don't want to be separated from the person, which I actually agree, because like I'm also the same way. I mean, I was in love once with this man, and I thought I was in love, to be honest. I want to be with him all the time. I want to like spend time with him, even though our situations are vastly different. And I got out of that situation with trauma, and it sucks. All I can say is fuck that man. Like, he really did fuck me up. And I was in love for the very first time, even though my heart wasn't pounding. I want to be loved, and going through that shit and surviving through that shit, it really fucked me up mentally, and I've developed bad trust issues. So I can relate to Natsuki pretty well. Like, I want to like also explore my sexuality. I want to understand what love is, because I do want love as well. We all want love. We all want that special someone by our side every day. We don't want to be separated from them. We want to spend time with them all the time, 24/7. Well, to me, I'm like, I need my personal space. I'm like, nigga, I love you, but bitch, back off, because I'm gonna fucking fight, because I need my own air. Natsuki doesn't know love. Like, he grew up in a loving single father home. I don't know anything about his mom or where she's at. He has like a loving father. He's a loving dad, and we learned that like his dad is a mixed race, which makes sense. He's very fluent in Japanese, which is why this is how Natsuki looks. He got it from his dad. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. He's probably like American or German, whatever. Back to the story. Natsuki was a little nervous, you know, experiencing his first time going to a gay club. And again, we all want to experience our sexuality in different ways, whether going to a club or doing it with somebody, which Asuku did brought up, saying that, oh, if you want to experiment how to like, you know, be with a man, do it with me. And Asuki was like, what? Like, with you, the enemy? I can't believe it. Asuki was willing to like give his dick to him, and he's like, just do it with me. I'm better than all these losers. And he told him how like that guy is not a good fit for him, because like the people at the club will use Natsuki because they can tell like he's a virgin, he's very inexperienced, and they're gonna take advantage of that. You know, they don't fucking care. You basically a one night stand to them, like they're fucking midnight meal. Literally, like they don't fucking care about you. You're just like a one and done deal. That's what he's trying to like tell him, like, dude, if you went in there, like, they will devour your ass and they will use any manipulation or methods to like control you and like take advantage of you, and he doesn't want to see that in him. So they did a lot in the book, which is kind of cute. I love how inexperienced Natsuki is. It's his first time having sex with anybody, not even with girls. Like, this is his very first sexual experience, so like people can relate to that feeling. I just like how like he doesn't feel traumatized by his first experience with Asuku, because after they had sex, he was like, why I did this to myself? I regretted it. I want to do it out of curiosity, but like, you know, he's still the enemy. He's trying to like take over the shopping district. He just feels so like emotionally confused, like, why did I have sex with the enemy? Like, how can this happen? Like, what am I doing? I know I needed this. I know I'm like kind of desperate for some dick, but like, I can't do it with him. I can't, but we just did it. So after having that sexual rendezvous, he feels a little embarrassed. And you know, Asuku came again to the shop and he's like, what the fuck you doing here? Like, stop! You're gonna make me go crazy. And you know, Asuku asked for the usual coffee that he likes from him. And mentally, Natsuki was like, did he forget about last night? Like, we exploded together. It was a fun time-ish. Cause to him, when he saw Asuku, like, he's like all normal and natural, like just how he always been. But like, Natsuki was like, wait, so this is it? Like, he's gonna like forget about it? Like, does he remember how passionate we were last night? Like, is he being serious? Was I being played? Which that makes sense. Like, if that happened to me, I'd be like, you offered your body to me for educational purposes, okay? And then like, you're gonna forget about it the next day and be like, yeah, can I have my coffee? As usual, I'd be like, no, you're not getting shit from me. Get out of my place. You use my body. You're just like the other guys in the club. You don't care about me. You don't love me. He's gonna ignore a passionate romantic night together last night? What the fuck? Asuki really loves teasing and spending time with Natsuki. It's so cute and also a little childish of him. And for the first time, like, Natsuki actually asked him to come over to his house because he wanted to talk about last night, because he wanted to make sure that did he really forget, or is he doing it on purpose, or is he like using him? He's just so confused. He wants to know the truth. So Asuku did come over as promised, because he told him that he is free that night. So he came over, and then while he was walking at the hallway, he saw like a line by the wall, I guess. You know how in Japan, like, kids are always obsessed with their height, so they measure it by like marking their height on the wall. So he noticed that. He looked at it, and then Natsuki was like, are you okay? And then Asuki was like, oh no, it's fine. Like, I noticed that you guys are very close. And we see like a family photo of Natsuki and his dad and his mom, which I don't know what happened to his mom. I always so often explain like what happened to her, because usually like in a single family home, is either the mom is sick and she died from an illness, or the mom left with another man. Usually it's like the sickness and death and shit, because there's no shrine of his mom. We only see one photo of her. We don't know what happened. Is she still alive, or is she working, or did they have a divorce? Like, nothing. Like, even if they have a divorce, Natsuki grew up to be a nice guy who was respectful. His father raised him really well, so there's no like, you know, emotional issue between families. Of course, when they're alone at the house, they're gonna end up fucking, which they did, because Asuku's kind of like, you know, pressuring him to like settle down with him, not with anybody else. I think like during the sex scene, I think Asuku was like, he's better off fucking around with other guys, because he doesn't care like who it is. He just want to have sex and experience it. And I think Asuku was like offended by that. He said, don't say that about yourself, because you're more valuable than you think. You're not just some random guy for a one-time hookup. Like, have more dignity and self-value. Like, you're more than that. Like, he gets a little like offended. And the reason why like Asuku saw that line on the wall, it turns out that when he was younger, he came from like a rich family, so he's very well off, but they were never happy. So one time he was like eating, I think, lunch with his mom, and then like they were talking, I think, about school and shit. Like, his mom's making sure that he's doing really well in school, because wealthy parents don't give a fuck about the kids. They only care about the money and their status. Literally. Asuku, I think, accidentally pushed like this tea vase thing, and it fell to the floor. And then his mom was like, oh my gosh, are you alright? And then Asuku was like, yeah, I'm okay. And his mom said the most selfish thing ever. She's like, you broke the vase, like, you almost ruined the carpet, like, I hope it's not damaged. She does not give a fuck about this boy's safety at all. And he looked, I think, numb to the situation. I think he's like used to his family not giving a fuck about him, not caring about his safety, his well-being. And she doesn't ask him one time, like, are you okay? Are you hurt? Because what if like that vase has like like hot ass tea in it, and then he dropped it by accident and it spilled all over him. He might end up having a 3rd-degree burn, but she don't fucking care. She don't give a fuck. She's not gonna take him to the hospital and get help. She's like only care about her stuff being damaged. I feel so bad for her. I'm like, oh, you need therapy, man, because like I don't like how you are treated in this family. We don't even know what happened to his dad during that flashback scene. He said like one time he was walking home from school, but like he didn't want to go home, which is understandable because fuck your mom. She can't do shit. She don't care about you. And then it was raining, and then he was trying to seek shelter, and then he stumbled upon like the coffee shop. And he saw Natsuki, young little Natsuki. He was such a cute little boy, and he invited him in. And then during that time, his dad was working, Natsuki's dad, in the coffee shop. It was just them two. And then they offered him, you know, omelet and some coffee. And then I don't know why, but why Japanese kids drink coffee? Isn't it a lot of caffeine? And then you're doing it at night. Like, why drink coffee at night? Do you know you're gonna stay up late? Like, caffeine is not good for you. Don't do that. I thought literally kids are not allowed to drink coffee. I thought it was like illegal. But like, yeah, he drank their coffee, and he liked how it's like, there's like a slight bitterness to it, but it's also very warm, and he felt like deep down like, wow, like this family took in a random stranger. I don't know them, they don't know me, and they offered food for me. Like, he realized how vastly different his family is compared to Natsuki, because his family does not give a fuck about him. Compared to Natsuki, like, they're very warm and loving. They love taking care of people because, you know, that's part of their business. They gotta take care of their customers, and they will do anything to help people, especially like a random kid. He was very touched by their kindness. Like, he never experienced that in his life. That one cup of coffee changed his whole mindset about the world and people. Natsuki asked him to come over to like help him, you know, check his height. Natsuki was like, you know, my height hasn't been changing like last year. I want to make sure that I'm growing up, because, you know, Japanese kids are very obsessed with their height. So Natsuki helped him mark his height, which correlates to the present, where like he remembered that marking on the wall. That was the height that he marked for him when they were younger. When young Natsuki saw, he's like, I didn't change my height, I'm still the same. And then like for the first time ever, Natsuki laughed. He was like, it's not gonna change that easily in one day. And then like Natsuki offered him to like come back again so he could like give him omelets and like coffee or whatever. It really changed Natsuki as a person. If it did not rain that day, he would never ended up at Natsuki's place. He would never experience family love, you know, because his family doesn't do that shit. They're too rich for that. They're busy buying freaking Louis Vuitton bags or buying expensive cars. They don't give a fuck about their child. They damn. So fast forward to the present. Again, they always fooling around and stuff, and like he was been fooling around Natsuki's feeling. And then like one time, I think in the story, like later in this chapter, like his boss again brought up how like he's always going to the coffee shop and asking him again, how are the negotiation? What's going on? Is somebody gonna support us? And he's like, no, I haven't found anybody yet, still lying. And then like his boss was kind of getting annoyed. He's like, okay, if you're not gonna take this seriously, we're gonna take you off the project. So he's been removed from the project, which basically he is jobless. He doesn't have a job. And at one point in the story, like Natsuki was trying to remember who he is. Natsuki has like a familiarity. I can't say the word with him. He didn't really, you know, say up front like, hey, I'm the kid that you helped like when I was younger. Like he just keep, you know, messing with him and stuff. Natsuki was trying to remember like, okay, like why have I seen him somewhere? His dad came over to bring him vegetables, and he's like, oh, I remember this line. And he's like, you do? Like, I don't remember this. And he's like, oh, how you not remember? Asuku came here when he was younger and he made that line for you. And then he was like, the whole time this nigga I was fucking with was the guy that I helped when he was younger. Like, what? Like, he was like shocked. He was like, oh man, that's crazy how like their lives like can come together, because like they never, well, Asuki knew who he was, but like he never knew who he was the whole time. He was like, what the fuck? This is the guy that's gonna evict me and make me lose my business, and we had sex, and it turns out to be the board that I helped, and what? This is crazy. So yeah, I think in the story, he like tried to look for Asuku, you know, just to like understand his feelings. Like, okay, am I really in love with him? Am I not? I gotta make sure, because my heart always pounding when I'm near him. So he wants to like, I guess, confess to him. I think before that, Natsuki saw a text in Asuku's phone, because I think they went to a hotel together to obviously. And then he saw a text from his boss saying that, okay, how are the negotiations? So in his mind, whenever they're together, he feels like he's being used and he's being played with, and that really upsets him. Atsuko did mention him, I think the second time they had sex, he was like, we should leave our jobs behind and like be together. Atsuko was like grabbing his arm and it's like, I want you to do this. I don't want to end this. I want to be with you, because he knows the history between the both of them, but Natsuki doesn't at that point. So that was before like Atsuko lost his job. After, when he lost his job, he was still going to the shop, but he was like all spaced out and kind of depressed, and like Atsuko gave him his usual coffee, and Natsuki was like, okay, are you sick? What's going on? He was like, oh no, I'm doing fine. Oh, everybody left, because they were like the only ones in the shop. He was like, yeah, everybody left, but are you doing good? Because you're not saying anything, you're not teasing me. And he's like, no, I'm fine, everything is good. Natsuko offered to like help him if he needed help. Atsuko being, you know, teasing and cute, he's like, I don't know, there's a major problem, like I don't think you can help me. And he was like, I'm gonna try, I don't think it's that serious. And then Atsuko asked him for his contact number, and he finally gave it to him. And it's funny how like throughout the chapters, we never knew their full name. They go by their last name. So we learned that Atsuko's first name is Kyosuke Atsuko. And he's like, you know what, I'll call you when I need you. He was like, okay, fine, whatever. Natsuki was the one that brought up the height line thing at his house, and his dad was like, oh, you don't remember? That was Atsuko. He made that line. And then everything starts to click. He was like, what? That was him? The who? What the fuck? Once he learned about that, like he was like, wow, like everything starts to come back together. It brings back so much memories. And his dad, Natsuki's dad, was shocked that he doesn't remember what happened and everything. And he was like, wow, like this whole time he was here before, and then one day he keeps coming back to the shop, always asking for coffee. And then Kyosuke finally called him saying that, hey, I'm at your door, can you come and see me? And Natsuki was like, oh fuck, all right, why? And he opened, he came in his business suit, you know. Atsuko came to hug him, and I'm like, no, I think you hug. He just wanted to hug him because, you know, I guess he's sad that he's not in the project anymore. And I guess probably during that time he's been lying to him and not telling him who he is. So like Natsuki was so confused. He was like, okay, like what's going on? Are you really okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I just want to hold you for a little longer, but I can't tell you the details yet. Like I just hold on a little longer. And it kept Natsuki very impatient. He's like, what is going on? Like, what are you fucking doing? Like, you're confusing me, boy. And then 2 weeks later, they haven't seen each other for a long time. And then, you know, Natsuki's doing his job, working at the shop. And then, like, he haven't seen him during those 2 weeks. He want to make sure he's okay. Even though he's pretending to be a tsundere and, like, not give a fuck about him, but he does care about him. And then Atsuko finally called, and he was like, where have you been? What's going on? And he's like, oh, sorry, I just wanted to call and hear your voice. He made it sound like he's dying. No, he's not really dying. He made it sound like he sounds distant, too, when he was on the phone. He's like, you know, I just want to hear your voice, everything's okay. It's been so long since we last spoke to each other. Now Atsuko is being the one that's distant, you know, trying to make Natsuki forget about him, which is not good. That's not healthy. Like, don't do that to your boy. You know you love him. Atsuki was like, okay, so are you off work? Are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm off. Meaning that, yeah, I'm fired, but I am off work. And he's like, can I see you? Like, I want to talk things through. Like, he wants to, like, you know, discuss him remembering Atsuko's existence back in the day. And he's like, oh, not now, because he's feeling embarrassed that he lost his job and he can't really see him anymore. He even says, though, in the panel, saying that Natsuki said that, oh, even if I tell you I want to see you, because he want to see him so bad, but he keeps denying it and pushing him away, Kyosuke, Atsuko. And Atsuko was like, oh, that's a problem, because when you say that, it makes me feel so lonely. And I was like, oh, don't feel lonely, just come to his shop and then y'all can like in the shop when no customers are around, of course, but like y'all can do y'all thing. And then like Natsuki asked me, like, okay, where are you? Like, what's happening? Where you at? And he heard like the waves and stuff, so he'd storm out of his job. Like, I think he was like closing, but like he stormed out trying to look for him by the beach. He finally realized like he really misses him. He wants to be with him, and so basically that's like the pinnacle root of him trying to confess his feelings for him, because it's been 2 weeks, it's been too long, that he wants to know what's happening, because he loves him. He learns that he really does love him. And that's where Atsuko came by, and he's not in his work clothes anymore. He has like a regular t-shirt, a white t-shirt and some pants, and like he's feeling a little embarrassed that like they haven't seen each other in a while. The way he dressed, meaning that, you know, he got fired from his job. job because his boss think that he's not taking it seriously and it's taking way too much time to not proceed with the plan, so he got fired. He was feeling embarrassed, Atsuku. He was like, he wasn't planning on seeing him. I wanted to like sort out my demons and clear things up. And then like Atsuku just like glazed over that statement. He was like, you don't get to decide to do anything. Like, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. We haven't talked. Let me help you. And he was really worried about him for the first time. Even though he acts like a tsundere around him, he was worried about him because 2 weeks no contact. Of course someone's gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, are you good? Are you okay? Like, are you safe? Like, he wanted to make sure that he's okay. So yeah, that's when like Natsuki finally confessed his feelings, you know, like he's saying that he doesn't know anything about him or what's gonna happen to the redevelopment plan. He's always making a lot of excuses just to be distant from him, but like after spending time together, you know, fooling around and shit, and he doesn't like the tension between them after the 2-week drop off by not talking to each other. He finally confessed to him saying that he's in love with him. He finally understands. It's been a while, it took forever, but now he found somebody that he's in love with. Asuku also confessed to him that he's also in love with him the whole time. So yeah, after they confessed, they went meow meow wow wow in the bed. It was so cute. I love the slow burn stories. Like I just love the build up. I mean, I love smut as well, like rushing sex, like okay, let's do this, like do it now, do it fast. Like I like that too, but like I always love slow burn romance because like I want to see the build up. I want to see the characters grow together. I want to see them like succeed and be together and be happy. Like I love that shit. So yeah, the sex was beautiful. So after they yum each other asses, Kyosuke has a job again. He got his job back because he found something wrong with the data that was used as the deciding factor in the redevelopment plan. So he literally risked his job talking to colleagues and supervisors that he trusted, and he was asking for their help. It says that his company demanded their area to be re-investigated, so the project is back in square one, meaning that he's back at the job, he has a job again. Maybe they might change their mind and do their eviction plan in a different area, so that's good. That's a maybe. So everything is back to normal. Yeah, even his friend from high school, who's also has like his own business in the shopping area, his friend was the first one that pointed out that about the relationship. He was like, yeah, now you guys don't have to hide your relationship anymore. And Natsuki was like, what? What do you mean hide? He's like, don't worry, everybody, all the regulars in the shop knows like you guys are dating. And then you see like the old people be like, looking back like, yeah, we knew about your lovers quarrel. And Asuku still stopped by at his shop, you know, bringing him vegetables in his casual clothes, being all, you know, naturally walking in. He's like, I got you some vegetables, boo-boo. And he was like, oh, thank you. Everything went back to normal. He's still serving him coffee because Asuku asked for it. And then his friend, Natsuku's like business friend / high school friend, he was like, grab a seat. We talking about our high school stories. You want to listen? He was like, yeah, sure. And Natsuki was like, no, don't fucking do it. Stop. Okay. And that's the end. Oh my god, I feel like I'm all over the place with my randomness and my reviews, but yeah, so that was the story. So the characters, oh my gosh, Natsuki is such a fucking tsundere. Like, yeah, he's trying to be distant and like purposely be hostile towards like Asuku because yeah, like you're fucking the enemy. Like you can't trust nobody. Your business is in jeopardy of their decision, Asuku's real estate company decision of whether or not you guys will stay in the area and still make money or still do business, or like they're gonna get evicted. He's like me. He's like so indecisive. I understand wanting to understand love because again, like I was in love. What I gained from it and learned from it is that I got trauma from it now, and I'm still slowly healing from that. Man, fuck you. I was at a point in my life where like friends and family just like Natsuki, like I'm okay with that. Like I express my love through my hobbies, which is video games, manga, anime, all the geeky nerdy stuff, and I grew up loving that to this day. Like I love that shit. It's part of who I am. It's my identity. But I never experienced showing love or like loving another human being. I'm used to seeing love in all different shapes and forms like of media. So I'm glad that he learned what he likes and dislikes, and he found somebody that likes him for who he is. The club part, he also like trying to learn to explore his sexuality, which we all have been there. Like we all like as a female, you know, I gotta love a man, but like as time goes on, like I noticed that I also love girls. I'd rather receive attention from girls than guys because in my brain I'm like, I don't think guys like me or find me attractive, and I carried that mindset for years. It's so bad and it's really unhealthy. I truly believe that the reason why I don't have a boyfriend because I feel like guys either find me intimidating or I'm not attracted, which is all completely, you know, wrong in my mind. Like, it's so unhealthy to like have that mindset. I can see myself in Natsuki during that situation at the club, because like I actually went to a gay bar for the first time because I wanted to explore my sexuality. I just want to like get hit on. But during that time at the bar, I went there in the city. Like, I went there on like 5 o'clock, so it was like barely anybody there. There was like some people that came in, like a few people, like I think 3 people came in. It was one guy and then these 2 girls sitting outside. They have like an outside patio in the bar that I went. So like I was hoping to get hit on, to be honest. But like, yeah, like I also tried to explore my sexuality. I was like, I'm waiting for my sexual awakening. I think I am bi. I feel it. I don't know why, but like it was a good first stepping stone for me. And I was a little nervous, even though there was like barely anybody there, you know, besides the bartender, which he was very fucking nice guy. Natsuki, you know, yeah, he was very hesitant. He was very scared, which I was too. I was scared and nervous being in that world because I'm so used to seeing, you know, the LGBT community online, and I know gay guys that I'm friends with. But one of them, yeah, 2 of them, I haven't spoken to them in years after college. But like, I get it. Like, it's nerve-wracking. It's scary. You're just throwing yourself in like a little lamb throwing yourself in a pack of wolves, basically. I was not offensive, but like, because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what you're gonna get, who you're gonna be with. It's very scary because Asuka is right. Like, guys in there can take advantage of you and they don't care about you. You're just like a fucking pump and dump person. They just want to fill you up to satisfy themselves. They don't give a fuck about you. Yeah, I can understand how scary it is for Natsuki to like go in for the first time because he wants to learn more. He wants to experience love by hookups, you know, like it's not healthy, it's not safe, but it can be mentally exhausting and mentally damaging to your mental health. I'm glad like Asuka stopped him from that. He's like, you're not that type of person to be with these type of people. Be careful. My only issue with Natsuki is like he needs to like open up more and not be a tsundere. Like, if you like somebody, like I get he's trying to be cautious and trying to be careful to not be with the wrong person, but like, dude, sometimes you have to open up to like explore your options and like not too open. Like, it depends who you with and like how much you want to give out. Like, just try to like explore more and be open with your feelings because it's not so bad, you know. Love changed a person, and it did for him. It took him a while. I kind of wish that we learned. I mean, we did learn more about his childhood. Well, his childhood, his experience with his ex-girlfriend in high school, but like I really thought that we were gonna like learn about different types of love that he received throughout his life. Like, yeah, like his mom gave him love, his dad loves him. When he was in middle school, all the girls love him, but he don't reciprocate. He doesn't really care. We only got like a fragment of it in his high school years. Like, yeah, he did went out with somebody, but he doesn't feel the same way like them, so they dumped him because like he doesn't really express his feelings for that person. Not even physically. They couldn't even hold hands. He just doesn't feel any physical attraction to them, which kind of sucks, and you're hurting the partner who has to deal with that. It's not fair. It's not fair for them if you're gonna like not do anything about it and show your appreciation, your support, and your love to the person. So he has a hard time like giving love, but he just wants to receive love. So that's like a big like hurdle that anybody can go through. It's a lot. I understand. I also kind of wish we knew what type of nationality he is, because like his dad said that he's a mixed breed, basically. Like he's mixed, but I think he was born and raised in Japan, so he knows Japanese fluently. But like, I want to know what type of race he is. Is he like American? Is he German? Italian? Like what are you? Because you created a beautiful fucking person. Like, oh my god, he is hot. Beautiful as fuck. Like, it's funny how when you put them together, that's why I wish this book was like in color, because if you put them side by side together, they seem like vastly different people. They physically look like they from different cultures. Like, he's so American, he's so Japanese. It's like a different world. Like, just looking at them, like, wow, you stand out a lot compared to your pale skin and to his tan skin. Like, wow, I can see the cultural difference between the two. Atsuku, oh my god, Atsuku is hot. I love him. I'm kind of mad that he didn't like tell him upfront who he is this whole time, because he's just playing with him, trying to keep his identity a secret, uses him just to fuck around, but like deep down he really does love him, because he actually saved him from being a depressed adult. Because if he did not like go to his place during the rain, he would have went home and deal with all that emotional baggage from his parents, because like they don't give a fuck about him. Like, it's just sad. Again, we don't even know what happened to his dad. Only his mom is around. Like, what kind of business his dad do that makes him very rich? Like, what Is it stocks? Is it like, I don't fucking know, real estate? Like, I don't fucking know. Asuka is so hot. Like, I want a guy like him. He looks nice in a suit. I'm like, okay, I may not have a suit fetish, but look at you. I'm gonna be like, hey, wear this every day. Oh my god. Like, yeah, like, don't play with people's feelings. Like, tell them up front who you really are. And Natsuki would never end up like being confused and played with and have his emotions all over the place, because that's not fair to him. Like, just tell him, like, you're damaging the relationship. You want this to happen, but like, you're playing these teasing mind games with him just to fuck him. But like, it's not healthy for him, because it's like freaking him out. He's getting confused and upset and like annoyed, like you messing with him. Like stop. Just tell him how you feel up front. I know we would not have a story without him, like, you know, not telling him who he is, but it's just like kind of frustrating. Like, you're holding back a very, very important information about yourself that can like change the whole situation, the whole relationship altogether. But like, it's just so, it's so bad. But yeah, back to Natsuki. Like, I get Natsuki so much. Like, when he said, and he quote, "I thought love was supposed to be different. It was supposed to get you so riled up that you couldn't keep your hands off each other. If that's what love is, then I don't have any experience with it." And I'm like, same, dude. Oh, like, I know how you feel, because I'm the same way. I want to be with the person forever and like spend time with them, chill with them, you know, Netflix and chill. It'd be so hot. Like, I want to also experience that, but like, since it took him a while to like find the person he loves, like I also have hope that I'm gonna find my special someone out there. I just gotta get out more. I need to get out of this house and like meet more people. I'm just so shy. I'm a shy girl. I want to know that feeling, like, you know, holding hands. I've kissed guys before. Y'all mouths are like very slight, like wet. But like, I like kissing. I want to like fool around and stuff. Like, you know, travel together, like do couple stuff. I never experienced that, and I'm used to seeing people doing couple things throughout my life. From childhood till now, I'm still seeing it, and I'm like, oh, you know, I want that happen to me. Like, I want to be that way with somebody. You know, just being their special someone and have them love me for who I am and not use me for their sexual pleasure. Ugh. So yeah, like, that quote really hits home for me. I'm like, damn, like, I've been there throughout my life. Like, love really do change a person, and I want that to happen to me next. So hopefully I find somebody, you know, but right now I'm happy being alone. Like, I survived being alone without a boyfriend most of my life, so I'm happy with it. And investing your life in a relationship is really, really difficult. You gotta like be mindful of the person with you. Like, it's not just you anymore. You have to share. I should not be giving advice. Ignore me. Like, a person who never been in love and never had a boyfriend giving you advice. Whatever. It's not really advice, but I'm just saying what I'm thinking. Anyway, so the writing is, again, like, the writing is good. Nothing bad. I just like them bickering around with each other whenever Asuku teases Natsuki. It's just so cute. Like, it just shows like how much he cares about him and he loves him. Because, you know, when you tease someone you like, that means you like them. And Natsuki always be like, oh, stop, you being stupid and annoying. And it's so cute. I'm like, oh, if that happens to me, it's so adorable. So the verdict, 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness. I wish this book was in color, because I just want to stare at them. They seem like polar opposites. It's not just by their appearance, but like their personality is completely different. Like, oh my god, the way they interact with each other is so cute. They're like cat and dog. Oh my god, like, they try to be apart from each other, but they always gravitate towards each other in the end. It's so freaking cute. So yeah, that is my review. Like, please read the story. Like, it's amazing. I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, it makes no sense. Yeah, I really do enjoy the story. I hope you guys like it too. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up. Put the notification bell on, because I keep forgetting. Subscribe to my channel, share the video with your friends who are into BL, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Yeah! And while you guys do that, I'm gonna eat this because I am starving. I love Reese's, not sponsored by the way. Oh my god, it's the best shit ever. This is so fucking good. Oh god. Oh my god. Sorry, this is a weird ASMR segment. I love Reese's. This shit tastes so much better than sucking